they are the nitrous oxide buttons. Rear wheel drive, burns them up, lights them up, and boom. The Fast and the Furious.
Crazy. Hello guys and welcome to LoonyGarage. Today we're in for a treat. We're looking at this Toyota Supra, and this is not any Toyota Supra. This is the Fast and the Furious Toyota Supra that Paul Walker drove in the movie. We're here together with the owner of this amazing beast.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel. Thanks for bringing the car.
Thank you.
The first time when I saw this car coming down the road, it was striking. It was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit more about the car.
Well, the car, as you can see, is very striking, as you mentioned. Looks, probably is. People say, yes, is that the car from the Fast and the Furious? I just turn around and say, yeah, of course it is. It's got the colour, it's got the decals, it's got the sound, and definitely has the power.
Great stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of modifications done to it.
Oh, yeah.
So, where do we start first? So maybe let's talk about the engine.
Yeah, let's start there, the main hub of the car. So, the engine is a 2JZ, as you're aware, Toyota Supra's 3-litre. 1995 is what year this one is. 2JZ, originally sorted out and started from the factory with 2 turbos. So twin turbos, they were soon ditched, and a single turbo was brought in. A single turbo that gives now, as opposed to 2 twins, the double power of 600 plus horsepower.
Wow, this is crazy. And this is all going to the rear wheels.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you also got a turbo timer?
Exactly, yes. Turbo timer by Blitz. Controls everything and anything to do with the turbo and the running of the rest of the car in operation. Which is also all backed up by the Genius itself, which is the ECU. However, we've got 2 ECUs. We've got the standard Toyota Supra's ECU, and also we've got a piggyback HKS F-Cons Gold, and that does all the work. He's the brains behind the whole car.
Interesting. So then basically the turbo timer, also when you switch off the car, you can program it that it's still running for a certain period of time, so that it let the turbos cool.
Again, right, yeah. So you can set the timer, which I've got here to the right, if the camera can pick that up. And the reason for that is obviously to cool the engine, because again, not a standard car, it's going to be running quite high temperature. You want it to cool. Normal cars you can turn off straight away. The ECUs are adapted that way. The engines are adapted that way. But obviously this very car, or cars alike, would need that bit of extra time, standing time, before the engine is cooled off.
And that single turbo you mentioned, what make is that? What model is that?
It's a G-Ready T88 single turbo. Yes, it looks like a monster. It does have a little lag, but when the boost comes on at 4,000 plus, boom, see you later.
Then it goes what RPM? What we redlining here?
We are redlining up to 8,000. It's got 2 settings. One's on low boost and the other is higher. Just 2
bar, 1.2 bar.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I also can see you got this extra rev counter. So this is basically a second rev counter, right? And is this a shift light? Is this correct?
Correct. This side here you'll see a shift light. So currently it's set at 6,000 revs. So when I hit the 6,000 rev-ometer, you may have seen it, the shift light comes on to tell me, look, change gear.
We've been for a drive in the car, so I did experience the amazing acceleration and the sound as well.
Yeah.
Including the dump valve.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of like the chirps.
The blow-off valve.
The blow-off valve.
Blow-off
exactly.
valve, yeah. It has got that distinct sound, and as per the videos, it is literally and exactly the same one from the film. It is a HKS sequential blow-off valve. So basically it works inside and coincide with the turbo, clearing off all the bad compression from the turbo back out into the atmosphere, and that obviously helps the turbo work and do its job. But on the back of that, or in line with that, it comes out with that extra special sound that you get with this type of blow-off valve.
Because of all this horsepower, you mentioned the plus 600 horsepower.
Yeah.
So some of the engine components have also been upgraded and strengthened. So what has been done on this end?
Yeah, I mean, the thing and the beauty about the Toyota Supra is that you can actually, from stock, without changing any internals, you can get anything from up to 600 horsepower without even thinking about turning or changing the internal engine components, which is what, you know, beautifies these engines, what makes these engines so more, you know, desirable to go for, or rather the cars to go for. They made such a, like I said, bulletproof engine. And yeah, with mine, I've got a single turbo on there, and believe it or not, my internals are all stock.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yep, it's got a UK cylinder head. Obviously the oil pump and everything else is upgraded, but the internal wise it was all standard down to the plugs.
I noticed on the steering wheel there's some extra buttons,
Yeah.
which are not the horn, I believe. Well, what are those buttons for? Tell us a bit about this.
There was, at one point, there was nitrous oxide put through there.
Because it wasn't fast enough? Or?
Yeah, because it wasn't fast enough. The nitrous, it was missing a couple of cables, connection wise. Not saying there was a loose wire, but it should have been hooked up with a couple of other cables, which would have worked wonders with the nitrous. But because of the lack of those two cables, it sort of blew up the engine.
Ooh,
A
okay.
little bit, yeah.
But this all happened before you actually owned the car.
Correct. However, you'll be surprised to know the car was still driving after it sort of cooked and fried the internals.
I believe everything has been mended since the
Yeah,
accident.
everything has been, thank God. Hence why you saw it running right and running beautiful, yeah. So with nitrous, it sort of, in my view, is like steroids for a car. So you need to make sure you have everything ready, or you're conditioned in a way to be using that. And all the guys out there saying, steroids, shut up. I take it, you bum.
Yeah, well, you get a lot of keyboard warriors. Obviously, they can drive any car, no matter the horsepower.
I agree.
So, but in real life, normally things look a little bit different. Obviously, there's a lot more modifications done to the car. We got a body kit.
Yep.
What make is it?
You have the Bomex body kit. It's the exact same that you see in the film. So you get the front spoiler, the side skirts and the rear spats. The bonnet is original TRD, so they have rain guards on there as well. So you can leave it out in the open when it's raining. It's not going to hit the engine. The rear wing is an APR biplane adjustable. So it's adjusted according to, you know, what you're doing, drag, strip, compared to normal driving.
So you can give it more downforce or less downforce?
Correct, yeah, that's adjustable.
So these rain guards you mentioned in the bonnet, I guess these are easily removable?
Yes, absolutely.
So you can just take them off if you want to go for a show, or if you want to need more cooling?
Correct, you got it. Yeah, easily taken off within minutes. Yeah.
And the adjusting of the rear wing,
Yeah.
is that easily done as well? Is this something you need tools?
It's just the Allen key. That'll just adjust it according to, you know, with regards to the downforce.
So next we have the decals. What are these? I mean, are these custom made for you, for the car?
Yes, you could say that. The Troy Lee design, the night and the rear flames, they are from the US. They're from a company called the Supra Store. Everything and anything to do with Supra. So Yep, they're the ones who provided that. At that time, it was obviously nearer the time of the film, so I believe they may have helped out with the cars that you used in the films as well.
So it's basically the original decals, you could say.
You could say that, yes. Other than that, you could say they're pretty much spot on, including the words Troy Lee Designs. However, the flame to the rear is slightly short compared to the movie car. Otherwise, you look it straight on, you think, wow, it's the same thing. And it pretty much is. I would say they're 95% there to the original.
And are some of the colors different?
Yes, you'll also notice on mine the decals on the spoiler and the rear spats, they're in silver. The ones in the film, they're in black.
Okay.
And now you think, what's going on here? Well, the original movie car, the hero car, is what my car is based on. It is pretty much a ditto copy of that, and it came in silver decal. Why they came in silver as opposed to the black like the exact in the film, don't know. You'd probably have to ask Universal about that, but the original has the silver.
Next, the color. So this is orange, obviously.
Yeah.
But is this Toyota color?
It's actually a Lamborghini Ariancho orange. It's a Lamborghini Diablo orange. It's a richer version of the orange in comparison to some of the Murcielago oranges that you have of the later cars or the cars that you see now. It's a richer, nicer look of orange.
Guys, you can see the reflection in the sunlight on the video. I mean, this is really nicely shining. And when you go around it with the camera and you see when the sunlight hits it, you see all the flakes in it. It looks really stunning. It's really amazing. It does stand out. You can see it from far away, so it's a beautiful color. But I guess you don't want to have a scratch on a color like that.
No. I was also told by the previous owner that they had a little glitch with the color. When they originally sprayed the car, when it was all pretty much the shell, they missed off the rear spats, and they thought, oh, no worries, we've got the paint here, we'll just finish it off that way. And it was only going, I think, a few hours or something like that. But to their disarray, when they checked it and saw it, it was a totally different color, and this was the same bottle that they sprayed the whole car with, forgot the rear spats, but it was totally different shade. So what did they have to do? They had to do the whole car again.
Amazing. Yeah, this is a lot of hard work put into that car.
Yeah.
And the color. But you also had center console all matching to the exterior color.
Yeah.
I mean, this highlights it a lot, and this makes it even more looking like it's this fighter jet cockpit compared to the original black color one.
Yeah. I suppose that comes with the theme as it is. You know, why would you keep it plain and simple, plain black? When the car is a Lambo orange, you want the interior to match.
So next, I want to speak about the wheels. I mean, these look to me like they're the same like in the movie car.
Yeah, they're exactly the same. They're a Racing Heart M5 is a 19-inch, and they have the Yokohama AV Sports tires on them.
And I believe they're wider at the rear than in the front. They're staggered.
Correct. So there's 275s at the rear and 245s at the front.
And the suspension of the car, what we're looking at here?
Coilovers. They're by Teen. They're fully adjustable coilovers.
And you can adjust the height of the car.
Correct. Yeah.
So what's the transmission? Is that a standard one? 5-speed, 6-speed?
It's a 6-speed. The twin turbos from the factory came with a 6-speed, and this one is a 6-speed manual. So the autos came with 4 speeds, but if it was a twin turbo and it was a manual, it would be a 6-speed. It's really nice and easy to drive.
And the clutch?
The clutch is a racing clutch by R.I.P Racing.
Does it make it harder to drive?
Yeah, it is a bit of a pain, but I suppose like with anything in practice, you get used to it and a joy, because first gear is like you just got to let it off a little bit. You let your foot off tiny bit from the clutch, and then it pushes forward anyhow, and then boom, you control, get it into gear, and then you're off.
And the brakes, what are these?
They are UK Supra brakes. With the UK spec Supras, they had bigger brakes. So the UK spec brakes, they do the job.
Compared to the Japanese model like you have.
Correct.
And you got also some other options here, like a race logic traction control system, I see.
Correct, yeah, because of the extra horses employed. Obviously the standard clutch traction wouldn't be able to take it, so Race Logic's taken over. He's taken over that job.
And let's go to the interior.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the original seats.
Orange.
We got a bit of orange inside.
Yeah, the steering wheel Alcantara, and same with the ceiling, as you can see, is orange. The seats are leathers. Yeah, they came with the leather spec seats. So
and these are the standard Supra seats.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. And the driver's side has electrics, so it all works rear, back. You know, it goes forward and backwards, and obviously where you're sitting is all manual.
Okay. And the steering wheel, because looking at the Fast and the Furious car, that has a different color.
Yeah.
So this is blue compared to the orange.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, it's exactly the same as the Sparco steering wheel.
And I've seen in the boot, or in the trunk, as our American viewers would say, you have a mat which also has a Supra logo on it.
Correct, yeah.
Is this original Toyota?
It's an original Toyota, yeah.
So thanks a lot for your time today, bringing the car down.
No problem.
And giving us a ride. That was a great opportunity for us to see and to experience it. And I hope all you guys enjoyed it as well, to come along with us on the ride and to hear about the car and all the upgrades. Something out of this world. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for a lot more videos to come.